Businesses should budget around 20% of the price of their new coffee machine for those unexpected hidden costs. Bean to cup machines are relatively simple. Because the coffee is made automatically, you get pretty much everything that you need inside the box and within the machine itself. You'll probably want to spare about £300 for additional tools and accessories for your baristas. Things like jugs, towels, cloths, things of that nature. One of the larger hidden costs that you'll need to account for is around the quality of your water. Having soft, tasty water is incredibly important for the quality of your coffee and for the health of your machine. Commercial quality water filters are a fantastic upgrade from your tap water, and they'll last about 6 months in a busy coffee shop. These need to be replaced every 6 months, and they'll cost around £300 every single time, unless you have that included in a service contract of some sort. And cleaning chemicals are also a cost, a smaller one, but one that you should know about. Generic coffee cleaning chemicals are very cheap and will cost around £20 for a 6-month supply. But be wary of coffee machines that require you to use their own brand of cleaning chemicals, as these can be around 5 to 10 times more expensive. They're just something that you'll need to budget for. But what if you're buying a manual, traditional espresso machine? Well, there's a few more things that you'll need to budget for. A good rule of thumb for espresso machines is to spend at least 20% of your budget on your coffee grinder. More expensive espresso machines have extra features, but all in all, their main job is to push hot water through a puck of coffee. And the quality of your drinks really depends on your grinder, first and foremost. Nicer coffee grinders above the sort of £1,500 to £2,000 can grind incredibly high quality shots of coffee in 3 seconds and provide extra features that make it really easy for your team to keep that coffee dialed in and day out. You'll also need a few extra tools and accessories compared to a bean to cup machine. On the conservative end, you can get a knockbox or knockout drawer, a manual tamper, and a cheap set of scales for less than £200 in total. But you can take that up to between £400 to £500 with high quality versions of those items. So that is when you're buying your machine and all of the hidden costs that you might need to account for. But what happens if your machine breaks down in a few months' time? Well, this is one of the areas where hidden costs can really start to creep in. Every time you need an engineer to come and fix your machine, there'll be a fee for getting that engineer to your site, additional costs for the length of time that they're there, and the cost of any replacement parts that they might need to fix the issue. Coffee machines will break down usually between 1 and 4 times a year, so that's really something that you do need to know about when you're investing in a machine. And finally, the largest hidden cost that you might need to know about: every coffee machine with a pressurized steam boiler needs something called a PSSR test. Now, this is an inspection of the steam boiler to make sure that it's compliant and safe, and you need one of those every 12 months. They will cost you around £400 to £500 for the engineer to come and conduct the test, and for the certificate as well. You need to have this certificate every 12 months to keep your machine legally safe to operate. So that is a hidden cost that you have to budget for. So how should you spend your machine budget to properly accommodate for those hidden and unexpected costs? So let's say I've got £10,000 for my business for our new coffee machine. I'm running a cafe, so I know I want to buy a traditional espresso machine for my baristas. First and foremost, I'm going to spend a good amount of my budget on my grinder. So I'm going to put £2,000 into a high quality espresso grinder, something like the Malkoenig E65 with grind by weight technology. I'm really proud about my coffee, so I want to be able to serve fresh decaf as well. So I'm going to buy a more affordable, lower volume grinder dedicated for my decaf at about £1,000, something like an Anfim grinder. And next, to accommodate for a lot of those hidden and unexpected costs, especially with machine breakdowns, I'm going to invest about £1,000 into a service contract. Now, this is going to cover me for any breakdowns, but it's also going to include the cost of getting engineers to site, all of their time on site, all of my replacement water filters as well, and for any spare parts that an engineer needs when they're replacing my machine. It's an investment, but it's giving me that peace of mind that someone is ready there to fix my machine when I need them, and a lot of those hidden costs are already covered. I'm going to spend about £300 on all of the barista tools that I need. That includes tampers, scales, jugs, knock boxes, all of those things. For my espresso machine then, this is the exciting part, I'm going to spend about £4,500 on a 2-group Sanremo Zoe espresso machine. It's newly been updated and it's fantastic value for money. If I didn't feel the need for a dedicated decaf grinder, I could stretch my machine budget a little bit there and go for something more like the Sanremo D8 or the D8 Pro. And finally, in 12 months time, I know I'm going to need £450 for that PSSR test to keep my machine legal to operate for another 12 months for next year. So all in, we're looking at £9,250. We've got a fantastic espresso machine, we've got 2 great grinders, a lot of the tools that we need, and we're accommodating and reducing as many of those hidden and unexpected costs as we can. When it comes to your business and your coffee machine, every business is different and you might want a different machine to the one that I chose, but that's just a bit of info to make sure that you're accommodating for those extra hidden costs that you might not have known about when it comes to investing in your coffee setup. If you do need any help in choosing the right machine for your business or getting to grips with any of the costs that you might run into, then get in touch with us at Bridge Coffee Roasters. We serve hundreds of businesses across the UK and we'd be very happy to help and provide as much advice as we can. Like the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.